Today's direct sales training topic is 3 objections that we hear every single week as a party plan consultant and a direct sale. We want to help you to learn how to overcome these 3 objections today by giving you examples and tips along the way. I don't have time, I don't know enough people, and I can't afford it. Welcome to each and every one of you. I'm Melanie Parker, founder of Party Plan 123. You know that we love to help you to learn all about how to never ever run out of party bookings again, and what better way than to do it today in helping you with 3 objections that we hear every single week as a direct seller. So let's jump in and discover how to overcome the objection, first of all, of I don't have time. Then we'll move into I don't know enough people and I can't afford it. Okay, I've got notes to take you along the way today. With the objections that we are working through, we're going to help you out with objections in all 3 areas of our business, because as direct sellers, we want to focus on 3 things. That is team building, booking parties, and selling products. So with these 3 objections that we're covering today, we're going to help you to overcome an objection in each one of those 3 areas. So let's start off with the team building objection first. Have any of you ever had the objection when you go to ask someone if they are interested in joining the team and doing what you do, and they say, oh, I just don't have time for that. I don't have time to do what you do. When I found that we have this type of objection, what I find really helps, first of all, is to highlight to people the fact that we have such flexibility in the hours that we are working as direct sellers. And we can actually choose when we want to work and how much we want to work. That was a really big attraction piece for me when I decided to begin my career as a party plan consultant, because for me, if some of you have not heard the story, at that time we were trying to start a family and I needed to go through medical treatment and have IVF to be able to give ourselves the best chance in doing that. There was no way that I could have continued on with my old full-time job, my JOB, and be able to fit in all of the medical treatments and all the doctor's appointments that come along with something like that. So for me, when my sister-in-law actually asked me about joining her company and doing what she does as a party plan consultant, for me, it was really beneficial, the opportunity to be able to choose flexible hours, because what I needed was an opportunity where some weeks I could work a lot of hours and other weeks I could not work at all when I had to go into hospital or I had to travel for different medical appointments. So sometimes it's just all about highlighting. By the way, do you know that we get to choose our own hours? There's actually no minimum set amount of hours that we need to work. The second thing that I can find really helps when we are overcoming objections and talking to someone about joining our team and we are recruiting as direct sellers is we can give realistic examples of the time that we spend per party versus the income that we are generating from that. And my best suggestion is that you be open, transparent, and really honest as you are sitting down and talking to people about your business opportunity. So I have personally found that when it comes to an objection and I'm talking to someone about joining my team and they say, I don't really have time to do this type of business, I say, well, let me share with you realistically, for me, the average amount of time that I'm putting in per party. Would you like me to share that with you? And then that might help you to decide whether it's right for you or not right for you. And you might even find that it's a no for now and it's not a no forever. We all know this in direct sales, but I would love to remind each and every one of you of this today. Our next no that we hear is only bringing us one step closer to the next yes. So every time we are offering an opportunity to all of the people that we are meeting at our parties, whether we are talking about joining the team, whether we're talking about booking a party, or whether we're talking about purchasing our products, every no that we hear is bringing us one step closer to the next yes. So don't be afraid of the rejection. Don't be afraid of the objections. And that's what this training is all about today. It's how to overcome common objections. In fact, a lot of times when people bring up an objection, all they're trying to do is ask for help to find the solution. And that's what our job is. Our job is to find the problem and then offer them a solution. So if someone is looking for a generous income opportunity and flexible working conditions, we can offer the solution of saying yes to the generous income opportunity, the business opportunity, and doing what we do. So let's come back to this, giving a realistic example of the time that you're spending per party versus the income that you are receiving. But as we all know, there's actually 3 things that we offer as a direct seller. We build our team, we grow the bookings, and we sell our products. So I'm helping you with objections today in all 3 of those areas: recruit, book, and sell. And right now we're talking about a team building objection. So let's get down to this second bullet point. Give a realistic example of time versus income. Here's what I have found has helped. I sit down with someone who's talking about the income opportunity, and I say to them, look, how about I share with you the average amount of time that I'm putting in per party versus the average amount of income I'm making per party. And you might find that that helps you decide whether or not this is realistic for you. So you might find that the hourly income that we can offer to you from our company is really generous compared to possibly anything else that you're doing at the moment. So for me personally, in a party, I usually find that it takes about a total of 4 hours of work. Now, when I break that down, I'm usually at a party for about 2.5 hours, and there's some preparation time before to help the hostess get ready and to invite all the guests, and there's a little bit of preparation time at the end, obviously placing the orders and organizing the delivery. The average income per party, and that's where you would put in your average income, but I think for a lot of us, that probably sits somewhere around $150 to maybe $200 per party. So imagine if you're sharing with this person that's sitting down with you and talking to you about possibly joining your team, if you're saying to them, well, I find that on average I'm earning about $150 per party and I'm putting in 4 hours of work to do that, my average hourly income is well and truly over about $36 or $37 per hour. And so when we break something down like that, first of all, they will respect our transparency and authenticity. I do find that sharing your realistic numbers will be beneficial here. So that means you've got to know your numbers, don't you? We teach you how to do that inside of the roadmap to party plan success, which I'll tell you about in a moment too. But they like to hear real examples. And sometimes I have found that people kind of assume that we actually don't make very good money from doing our parties, when the reality is our companies are super generous. We earn a great income. So share that with them, because it might just be that they've assumed they're not going to make much money from doing the parties. So what have we got there at the bottom? Suggest the opportunity to do online parties and social selling as well. These days, there are more options than just doing in-home parties. We can sell online, we can use social media to promote our business, and we can do online parties and Facebook parties. I'll guarantee you, a lot of your party guests have no idea that that opportunity is out there for them. So there could be someone sitting at your party saying, and watching you do an in-home party, and they're saying, I don't have time to do this type of business like you're doing. When you open up the door and you allow them to understand that there's more opportunities than just doing the in-home parties, and they could be doing online parties from their home, not having to travel anywhere, doing it in between looking after the kids and doing the washing and all the home duties, that could then open someone's eyes to the opportunity. So is that helping you? Write the word yes into the comments if any of this is helping you at the moment. And also tell me if you've got any questions. So is this helping you so far? Write the word yes, or show some In fact, where's the hearts coming across the screen? Show some thumbs up and give us some fireworks in the hearts, ladies. We love to hear from you. Hello to, is it Katrin C? Oh, great. Katrin, you're going to join in on our guest webinar. Awesome. Lovely to see each and every one of you here. Let's move on now to, oh, thank you. I can see the thumbs up across the screen. Let's move on to a booking objection next. A lot of times we hear a booking objection of, I don't know enough people. And you know what, ladies? I just remembered that I forgot to show you that roadmap to party plan success that I was going to share with you next. So let's just do that so that I don't forget, because my question here is, would you like to get 6 DVDs, 6 CDs, the workbook, the resource forms for our direct sales success program posted out to you? Because we find that a lot of ladies who, and it's mainly ladies that are in our courses, sometimes it's the gentlemen as well, but we find that the students that are getting the best results in their training, they are the ones that have the physical products, like the CDs that you can leave in your car and listen to while you're driving around, and the DVDs that you can put in the DVD player and really pay attention and take notes and watch me doing a party from beginning to end through all 10 steps, and watch me doing host coaching. How do we get more party guests to show up to your party? Watch me doing vendor events, promotional events. How do I do competition lead boxes? How do we run a mystery hostess party to maximize the number of bookings? So if you're interested in getting all of those DVDs and CDs and everything posted out to you, simply head on over to our website, partyplan123.com, and there you will see a tab that is labeled as the roadmap to party plan success, and you can learn more about it there, watch a video and read all the information. We would love, love, love to help you with our best training of how to never ever run out of bookings again. Now we're moving into helping you today with a booking objection. So what can we do when our party guests are saying, well, I don't know enough people to have a party? So first of all, that's signifying to me that this is someone who actually might be interested, but they have a problem, they have an objection, and they could be willing to talk to you about finding a solution to overcome this objection. So we want to ask a couple of questions and just find out how genuine they are, and how big is their wish list. Like, have they got products that they would love to own as a host so that they can get the free products in the host rewards, the half price products, the discounts, all the bonuses and the gifts. One thing I've often found is, again, people tend to have these ideas in their head that might not be very true. And a lot of times I've found that party guests kind of assume that they need to even have about 10 people at a party for the party to go ahead. So first of all, I find that it helps just to let them know, did you know that we can still do a party even if you've only got 2 or 3 guests there? And that's likely still enough for you to be able to get your free products and some discounts. Now, of course, that depends a little bit how your host rewards work. So you need to know your hostess rewards, the way that your program works with your company, inside out and back to front. You should know exactly what they get for hosting a party. Is there a minimum amount of sales required to get those bonuses? When the sales reach X, what do they qualify for? What's the percentage of credits? How do the booking rewards work? So when there's bookings from their parties, what's in it for the hostess as a thank you for introducing you to your next host and for getting bookings on the day of her party? So you can tailor this and tweak it a little bit according to your host rewards. I've worked with one of my companies where every single hostess, and it didn't matter even what the sales were, our company always gave every single hostess a free gift. So coming back to this objection, if you've got people saying, well, I don't really think I can book a party because I don't know enough people, you can let them know a party is fine to go ahead. I'm more than happy to still be there. Even if it is only 2 or 3 people that are showing up on the day, you're still going to get free products and you're likely still going to qualify for extra gifts and discounts as well. So how about this? What do you think? Let's say I'm talking to Pamela, and Pamela is talking to me about maybe booking a party, but she's not sure how many people could show up. And I say, well, Pamela, if we could brainstorm a guest list together, and if we could just write down first names of who we think we could invite along to your party, how about if we can come up with a guest list of about 4 to 6 names, why don't we give it a go? Because I'm more than happy to still be there, and then explain how the booking helps today's host. So a lot of times the hostess today is getting extra rewards or discounts or free products for the number of bookings that are getting booked in from her party. So if you can finish this off and you can say, so Pamela, how do you feel if we sit down and just, let's see if we can brainstorm a guest list of maybe 4 to 6 names. If we can come up with 4 to 6 names of people just to invite, more than likely 2 or 3 of them will be able to show up. That's enough to have a party. And then Pamela, what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to date your party in as a booking and put it towards Catherine's rewards so that she gets the extra gift and the extra bonus as a thank you for introducing me to you. So what do you think? If you did have the party, would you prefer to do a weekday or a weekend? So I've moved straight into a closing question there. So we've isolated the objection. I don't know enough people. We've offered a solution. A party can go ahead with 2 or 3 people. Let's brainstorm a guest list. And if we can come up with 4 to 6 names, I'm happy to still do the party. Let's go ahead with it. And then I've moved straight into the closing question. So, would you prefer to do a weekday or a weekend get together with your friends? And date it in to a definite date and time within the next 2 to 3 weeks away maximum, so that you're getting the most bookings generated. Sound good? Okay, we've got one more objection to go through in today's training, and now I want to help you with a sales objection. We've talked about a recruitment objection, we've talked about a booking objection, and now I want to move into a sales objection, because it is really important that our number one goal is to offer the income opportunity to every person that we meet. And we definitely need bookings, because without bookings, we just don't even have a business. But, you know, our bread and butter income, our money weekly, comes from the sales of our products. So what do we do if we've got a party guest who is saying, I can't afford it. I can't afford to buy all of these beautiful products that are on my wish list. So what can we do? First of all, I would suggest that we show them how they can get their wish list items using the host rewards. So when I'm running a party, I have each of my party guests actually have a printed wish list in front of them that has all the names of the products that I'm showing from my kit, and they highlight all of their favorite products on their wish list as I'm doing the demonstrations at the party. It makes it super simple for them to identify which products that they love, and very quickly it can build the desire for your party guests to want so many of your products. They fall in love with all the products. And then what we're really doing there is we're creating a bit of a problem for them. And when it comes to objections, it's all about problem solving. So if your party guest has a problem where their wish list is so big, they've got so many items on their wish list that they can't afford all their favorite products, that is a great problem to have. And the reason that is a great problem to have is because we actually have 2 really good solutions to offer them. The first solution, that is the best, is to offer that they join the team so that they're getting those products either in their kit, or then they can actually buy those specific products with their consultant discount. So that's actually the best solution that you have to offer someone if they've got a really big wish list. But of course, the second way to solve that problem is by helping them to say yes to booking a party with you. And that's what we're really passionate about helping you with here at Party Plan 123, so that you never run out of party bookings ever again, because that's the biggest number one reason that people quit their direct sales business. And that makes me so sad. And I want to help you to not have to quit your business for a lack of party bookings. So I've found that by helping them to build a really big wish list and falling in love with so many of your products that you can't afford to buy them all, the solution that you have to help them overcome that objection is by showing them Well, by the way, let's, who can we talk to now as our role play person? We might role play with Connie Lee. So then you might say, by the way, Connie Lee, I can see here you've got a beautiful big wish list. And I did notice that one of these items on your wish list is a host only gift. And you've got a little bit of expensive taste there, Connie Lee, haven't you? So really, some of these things that are on your wish list, there's a much better way of being able to get them all rather than just purchasing them as a customer. Can I just show you a little bit of the best way that I would suggest to be able to get all of these products on your wish list without having to spend anywhere near as much money? So one of the best ways of doing that is by saying yes to having your own get-together like Sally's done today, our hostess, because for starters, you could get like your hostess only gift, and then you might point out all the other different things. You know, these big items here, they're the best for getting half price products, so you can use your bookings rewards to get those ones. And then these medium and smaller price items, they might be the best ones to use with your credits on the day of your party. Before you know it, you can very realistically end up with $200 or $300 of free products just for having your own little get-together. So imagine that. Why don't we give it a go for you? Let's see how we go. You're at least going to get a free gift, and I feel that I can help you get a lot of these other little things at least for half price or maybe even for free. So if we did do a party for you, would you prefer to do a weekday or a weekend? And I've gone straight into a closing question there again as well. So use their wish list, have their favorite products. So maybe you work with like a cooking company and you have either food products or kitchen tools. You know, gather all of their favorite products in front and make it really visual. Have their wish list and say, we could go for this pan with your half price bonus, and we can go for these ingredients with your credits on the day. You know, make it really practical and very visual, specific to their wish list and what they love the most. Oh, here's one thing I want to share with you that probably hardly any of you are doing, but this is something that I used to do all the time. So if you're getting an objection of I can't afford it, let's say someone wants to order more today, but they just can't afford to pay for it all today. I actually used to offer a payment plan for my party guests. Now, you've got to get a bit creative here, and yes, you're going to have a look at how your company runs things. You're going to have to make sure this is okay with your company, but a lot of our companies have a process where, you know, to order the products from them, it's got to be paid in a particular way, and as long as they are paid in that way, that's fine, and you could have some flexibility in the background. So what I used to do is I had my own EFTPOS machine. So by an EFTPOS machine, I'm talking about a card machine that you swipe like your savings account card or your credit card, MasterCard, Visa. And what that allowed me to do is offer a payment plan to my guests if they wanted to order more, but they needed some extra time to pay it off. And I would simply get them to pay a deposit today and then write down an agreed payment plan, what dates, what amounts, and get them to sign it off. And then I could actually process that on my machine. Some of you might even be able to process that through your company's payment system. But I'm just saying, let's get a bit creative here. Let's look for solutions, because when we get objections and when we've got challenges in our direct sales business, it's not just about saying, this isn't working for me. There's no way I can solve this. You know, I've got this problem. What we need to do is take responsibility and go out there in search of solutions for the challenges that we are facing in our direct sales business. So for me, I was very regularly having customers who wanted to buy more, but they could not afford to pay for it in full today. So I just kept thinking, what can I do? There's got to be a way around this. So yes, I had my own EFTPOS machine, a card machine. Yes, that cost me money per month. Was it worth it? Absolutely. So please don't be closed-minded or small-minded where you think, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get an EFTPOS machine or a card machine because I'm going to have to pay a monthly fee. That was well and truly worth it for me, and it might be worth it for you too. So I'm not saying that you all have to go out there and do that. I'm just sharing with you simply some of the solutions that I found that worked really well for me, and I think they might work for you too. I want to give you a little pro tip, and the pro tip here is to overcome objections before they even arise. And how do we do that? So imagine if you're running a great party and you get to the end and you don't even hear half of these objections. Imagine if you could get to the end of the party and you've got a lady that's wanting to meet with you about the business, you've got 2 new bookings, and you've got $1,000 in sales, and no one's even objecting. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be awesome? So what we can do is overcome objections before they arise by building in a fantastic party result and having a strong system, something like we use in the roadmap to party plan success, which is our 10-step party plan. Can you see here, if you have a close look at these little tabs, this sort of gives you some of the topics of our training, and see the middle one there is the 10-step party plan, and that's where I take you through really systematic step-by-step strategies that are simple to implement, that I did at each and every party to be able to build the momentum so that it was creating the desire from my party guests that was so big, like they loved their wish list products so much that they understood it was a no-brainer to say yes to booking a party, because they could save so much money, they could get so many more free products. And when we're running a great party and we are building the desire for our party guests to want to say yes to everything that we are offering, you'll find that the objections just fade away into the distance, and you don't even hear those objections very often. And that's what we would all love to experience, isn't it? So build the desire, invest time and energy into running a great party experience for your guests. The time and the energy that you invest into that, it can be well worth it. Even if it just takes you an extra 10 or 15 minutes to do a great party demonstration, add in some little booking bids, some income opportunity bids. If you were booking one extra booking per party for taking the time to do a systematic 10-step party, would you do it? Like if you could just spend an extra 15 minutes at every single party you do and run a great party that has the 10-step strategies to never ever run out of bookings again, would you do it? Of course we would, yes, and that's what we want to see for you. So build the desire, get them wanting what you have to offer so much that you're not even hearing those objections. So there we go. If you missed it, here's what we've covered today. We've covered 3 objections that we hear every single week. Number 1 was, I don't have time. Number 2, I don't know enough people. And number 3, I can't afford it. Remember, a lot of times when we get an objection, first of all, it's a sign that that person is interested in what we have to offer. And a lot of times it's them asking for help in how to find a solution to overcome it. And remember, every no is one step closer to the next yes. So don't be afraid of the no's. Don't be afraid of rejection, because it's only getting you closer to the next yes. It's one step closer to the next new team member. It's one step closer to the next booking, and it's one step closer to the next sale. And that's what you want, isn't it? We've got lots of great articles to help you more on our blog as a part of our website. So to find that, head over to partyplan123.com/blog, B-L-O-G. So partyplan123.com/blog, and you can go catch up on all the latest and greatest tips there to help you to never ever run out of bookings again. So thanks everyone, wishing you endless bookings. Go out there. Remember the triple M of success. It starts off with mindset. Choose success in your mind, then move up into mastery, which is all about learning how to do something. And of course we say never stop learning. And then to finish it off, it's all about the movement, the action, the magic is in the movement. So I've equipped you with lots of tips today on how to overcome objections. Now, my friend, it's up to you. Go out there, put this into action, implement. The magic is in the movement. I'm Melanie Parker, founder of Party Plan 123. I appreciate you spending your time here with me. and we will see you next time. Bye, party plan friends.